Number 331 in the Masters of Cinema series is Fantômas. I was super excited about this because it looked kind of fun and pulpy 60s spy kind of movie. And also, I'd recently seen the Louis de Funès silent serial, which was terrific, and I really enjoyed that. And watching this film, I see lots of homages to that. It's a different interpretation here, which I like, but I like the fact that they honour the original as well. Here we have the criminal mastermind Fantômas, who is terrorising Paris with some outrageous crimes, impossible disguises, and a flair for the theatrical. As the press stirs panic, bumbling journalist Fandor and the eternal furious Juve try to stop the masked villain, only to fall headfirst into a series of wild chases, stunts, traps, and comedic disasters.
Que je fasse la preuve que cet article, enfin, que ce torchon est un tissu de mensonge et ça fera du bruit. Mais alors, croyez-moi, là, ça va faire du bruit.
This is a farcical comedy type movie. It put me in mind of, I wouldn't say the Pink Panther, but not as overtly funny as that. It's definitely taking lots of influence from those early James Bond films. It may have came out before some of them, but it definitely feels as if it's in that same kind of ilk. The underground layer of the bad guy, the hero doing all of these stunts. It has this a feeling about it that just is playful and fun. It's not something to take serious. It's something to sit back and let it wash over you, entertaining you.
Mais ça, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Je vais vous expliquer.
Mais c'est pas la peine. Dans mon pays, les ânes savent lire, figurez-vous. F comme Fantômas. Hein, c'est une coïncidence, bien sûr. On va t'interviewer, mon gaillard. Amenez-le, monsieur.
It reinvents the early serial, and I like that, but it homages it in some wonderful early takes. It references some things that Fantômas had done in the serial, like the train crash and things like that. It has him dressed in one of the vampiric outfits that comes from the serial as well, just to pose to take a picture. It's fun, it's colourful, it's family friendly. He's a kind of arch super criminal. Nobody seems to get really hurt, and you feel like you kind of want him to get away at times. The partnership between the Inspector Juve and Fandor, who is a newspaper man, is wonderful. At first it's adversarial, and then they kind of come to realise that they're both being targeted by this masked assailant and will do anything to stop him, but always feel as if they're second place. They always feel as if they're chasing after this character and never going to quite get there.
Mais ça, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Je vais vous expliquer.
Mais c'est pas la peine. Dans mon pays, les ânes savent lire, figurez-vous. F comme Fantômas. Hein, c'est une coïncidence, bien sûr. On va t'interviewer, mon gaillard. Amenez-le, monsieur.
The charismatic supervillain who's faceless. He has this kind of blue rubber face. He adopts identities. It's just a really fun idea, and it leads to some really good moments because you're never quite sure who is Fantômas pretending to be now. And you get the Jean Marais, who is playing Fandor, also plays Fantômas as well, because Fantômas pretends to be him for a bulk of the time, and he is that character.
Tu ne connaîtras jamais mon vrai visage. Sous ce masque, personne ne le connaîtra jamais.
There's a couple of things that I just love. The pop art aesthetics is really great. The costumes, the sets, the gadgetry is overflowing with bright colour and exaggerated style. But that's kind of comforting, and I like that a lot. It's a kind of time capsule of mid-60s European design. The stunts are prevalent, and it becomes more than just kind of spectacle. The chase sequences, particularly the rooftop and the car set pieces, the helicopter chase at the end, they're really impressive because of the physicality involved within them. They're not amazingly jaw-dropping spectacle pieces, but they're really like impressive stunts where you can see people actually doing these things, and it is kind of look, that was close. They almost failed that one. It's just, The execution is wonderfully well. I love Louis de Funès' absolutely manic comedy energy. He is Juve in the film, and he is that kind of bumbling inspector who is always trying his hardest and failing even harder, which is kind of funny. The blue masked Fantômas is such an iconic look. I think I've seen this used somewhere else before, but I just can't put my finger on it. The adventure score that really gives this a buoyant rhythm throughout it. It's not trying to be anything lofty, it's just fun, inventive, and keeping you going along with this journey. It was really, really fun. I'm looking forward to diving into the next film in the series to see where this continues, because I want to see Fantômas, I want to see Fandor, I want to see Juve all together, and just see where it plays in the film, to see how they're going to try and outwit Fantômas and how they're probably going to fail dramatically. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Fantômas. We have the film with the French soundtrack, the theatrical mix, and then we have the home video mix. There is a commentary by Tim Lucas. Then we have International Super Crooks, Leon Hunt interview, which runs for 20 minutes 59 seconds and talks about the idea of Fantômas and how he's a little bit ahead of the curve in some aspects, but chasing other aspects, how it kind of apes James Bond or Fu Manchu and fits into that 60s aesthetic. We have Juve and de Funès, Mary Harrod interview, and this is all about de Funès, who plays Juve in the film, how this was a really big hit for him, how he moved on from this to create something even more impactful. It runs for 22 minutes 36 seconds. And then finally we have Reigns of Terror, a video essay by Callum Baker, which runs for 22 minutes 21 seconds and is all about Fantômas, all about the books, the creation, how it moved through various iterations and films and presentations, and that's the extras for Fantômas. There we have it. Fantômas is a lively, colourful and delightfully eccentric slice of French genre cinema, anchored by two really charismatic leads that deliver lots of energy, a little bit of comedy and a lot of adventure along their travels. It remains a thoroughly entertaining watch and one that I'm eager to see more in this series. I'd love to know your thoughts on Fantômas. If you have seen it, let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in the middle. As always, there is more content up here where you can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manbfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.